Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly here with Flo. Flo, another video we're doing. The reason we want to do this video because we thought he was like the best guy out there. Chase Lucas, man, it looked like he was the best freaking 49er out there. We weren't expecting that. We weren't expecting him at all, but he was flying everywhere. It was funny. I think the second play of the game, he actually missed the tackle. He whipped, and we're like, fuck, Chase Lucas, man. Flowers has his job in the bag. But I think he had, 6, 7 tackles. 1 or 2 pass breakups, caused a safety.
2 pressures.
Yeah, 2 pressures.
Safety.
Dude was flying all over the field, man. What do you think, man? Who do you have the Lenore? Because look at, let's just break this down. We have Lenore starting one side, Renardo Green, Upton Stout, who's been like one of our best cornerbacks out there. Who else we got? Oh, and then you got Flowers, Lucas. I mean, still up for grabs out there. Who's going to be those extra cornerbacks? We saw Brown out there, Trey Brown make a play, but he's been getting worked all training camp. But so what do you think? Do you think he has a chance of making this team? Or do you think it was just one game? Because he did play all 4 quarters, so I think they probably wanted to keep testing him out, see if he could handle that, man.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to see what he could do that first quarter, and then he ended up performing so well, they were like, shit, let's just let him play the entire game. And I think he made the most out of his opportunity. Like you said, early on, it looked like it was gonna be off to a rough start, but then he was able to pick it up, especially once Sala called that first blitz. After that seems where he excels. This guy is able to get into that backfield on blitzes quick.
Yeah,
he is fast. I know he's supposed to be like a 4.4 guy. When he came out of college in 2022.
Yeah.
And I know that's not the craziest speed, but it's pretty
It's
decent.
a good speed.
It's decent. Yeah. So, I like this guy. It kind of reminds me of Jameson from a couple years ago. A guy who was
Deshaun Jameson from Texas?
Jameson, yeah. Guy who seems like a ball hawk, who was just constantly trying to attack the ball. Even that one play where he didn't quite make it, but he jumped into the little not screen pass, but they try to do that quick pass.
Quick pass, yeah.
And he had his hand in the lane,
almost intercepted it.
Almost at least deflected it. And so guys like that kind of just have that natural instinct. I love those type of players, and he did good. But what you think about him?
Dude, I was pumped up because I was looking at so many dudes out there, and to me, a lot of dudes didn't pass the test. Like, I'll be real with you, a lot of guys I was like, oh man, I was really expecting more. But Chase Lucas, a guy who I wasn't even like, he wasn't on my radar. I'll be real with you. But just watching him play over and over and over, I get it, he's with the Lions and whatever. But other than Hutchinson, their defense always sucked.
Yeah,
so
especially their secondary.
Their secondary, exactly. He's part of that. But some people are like, oh, this guy sucks, whatever. But he came in there and he was one of the best dudes on the field. He'd give him the MVP of our team, I guess, today. And if you do that, in actual game, he's 28 years old. He's in his prime. Like, this is it. We're going to use him for this year. It'd be perfect, So 28 years old, let him do his thing, man. If he continues this the next 2 preseason games, you got to probably give him a shot and be like, hey, man, this guy deserves a chance because right now we're kind of thin, Thank goodness Upton Stout looks like a stud out there. So we got our nickel in there. But Trey Brown from the Seahawks, I've seen him, man. I know he made 1 play today, which was good. But all camp, he's been getting work, dude. And I don't, just because he's a veteran that we picked up, like, I don't want us to just, we're going to pick him over this guy, Lucas, just because whatever. No, dude, I want the best guy out there. Right now, it looked like he's the top 5, 6 quarterbacks. And I think he can play some special teams too. I believe that so he could play special teams too. So we got to have the best dudes out there. And he right there, he was flying out there. Robert Saleh, he saw him getting jacked up, like, let's freaking go. And so seeing that, it's like, that's what we need. We need dogs out there, guys out there chirping a little bit with a little bit swagger, not guys that are all stiff, Unfortunately, your boy Darrell Luter Jr. again gave up another touchdown out there. Just missing the guy. You can see Roberts getting pissed off and Shanahan getting pissed off, like wide ass open touchdown. And then on the other side, you had Flowers giving him that big ass touchdown too, which everyone likes. Flowers.
That was a tough ball though.
That was
a good ball.
It was a good ball. He could have whatever. Flowers having actually a good camp, so I don't know if he could beat out Flowers, but these other guys, I think he has a chance at beating them out. So if he continues that, I think his stock is up right now. Like, you can't cut him. The first cuts, hell no, it ain't gonna happen. Give him more opportunities and then have a chance to compete to make this team, man.
And then back to that Luter thing, he was getting toasted, but I do know they were saying potentially it could have been a communication error. Who was it on it? I don't know. We're gonna have to go back and watch the film. They're saying Chase might have been involved, but I think it was on Luter's end, just because he was kind of just missing assignments the whole entire time during that series. Another thing though, Saleh, Saleh does get the most out of these defensive players.
Yeah.
Anytime you're in Robert Saleh defense, you always play better. Like you were saying, sometimes it's about the environment you're in. Detroit and defense, they don't go together. So
Yeah.
I think that kind of contributed to Chase's probably rough start to his career. He's going to have a chance, especially with our front four guys creating pressure. It's not like he's going to have to guard for too long or play defense for too long. Occasionally you may have to scramble, but I think he can do that because he has the instincts to be able to like pick things up on the fly. So
so we're talking about, remember how he had that safety, right?
Yeah.
There was another play where I believe it was a false start, and they sent Lucas on another blitz, and he flew right in the side, and then they called a false start, but he got right at the quarterback's ass, and he was smiling after, like, oh, if that dude didn't get a false start, I was gonna make another sack, make another huge play. So I was looking at that and like, oh shit, like this guy would have had another bit. It looked like he could have got a sack fumble right there. The way he was like right there, like that, you said that 4.4 speed that he has, it looked like he runs better than a 4.4. Like to me, watching him fly like that, I was like getting jacked up, like, oh shit. And it happens, dude, where some guys, like when we were talking about when he was with Detroit, it didn't work out with some places, and all of a sudden you finally get it, you know?
Yeah.
So
especially into your prime.
Yeah, you're like, exactly. Now that you're like straight up a man, like you're not like a little stiff, kid anymore. So
yeah, you have time to hit the weight room, all that stuff, get bigger.
And you know what, Chase Lucas, I'll say this, like throughout camp, his name wasn't like called all the time. Like you would hear one day, oh, Chase Lucas had a solid day of camp, and then the next day, oh, he kind of got burnt today. But overall, I think he's been pretty solid. And then right now, when it matters, when the lights are on, like he was the dude. Like there wasn't many guys that were like, oh, we got to make a video on this guy because this guy was awesome, But like he was the man today. Like the first preseason game, like you're like, okay, this guy, if he doesn't make it for our team, he's gonna make it for somebody's team. Watching that film today, someone's gonna pick him. Like, yeah, dude, he was like the best player for the Niners that day. So I think he put his way onto a team. Probably, hopefully, it's on for us. If he continues that with the Raiders, that's something we got to look at. But
yeah, cool. And then one other big thing is just I like how he doesn't give up on plays. There was that play where he ended up coming back. It was like it was about like a 20-yard streak down the middle, and he came back, kind of got the like pass deflection.
Yeah,
remember that one?
I think so. Yeah,
That was a really good play too. Because most people, well, once they get beat, usually they just rely on the safety help. But no, he sprinted his ass back, and he made a play on that ball.
And that was closer to the end zone, right?
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah. I remember that play. That was dude. It's like we can name all like 6-7 plays that he was involved in. That he was just right there. Another play, I remember when it was run up the middle, and his ass got right in the middle of the mix. And then
what's the shoulder?
And then the commentator, not Guy Haberman, but the other dude, the big old dude that used to play for the Chicago Bears. Gosh, whatever the heck his name is. Gosh, I can't remember his name. But he was like, oh shit, Chase. He just cursed. But he's like, dude, he's in there again. Like, holy crud. And I just hear it now. I was just like, well, at least we got one guy we can talk about,
Silver lining.
Yeah, the silver lining playbook right there. So I loved it, man. I was excited seeing that. So we desperately need two things: defensive tackles, cornerbacks. Those are question marks on defense side. And I think a few guys came in and did their thing. So quick shout out real quick to a linebacker. I thought Tyler Bethune, our linebacker.
Oh yeah, he looked good.
I thought he looked good. So I mean, right now everyone was talking about Nick Martin. I think Tyler Bethune, he's gonna be our third guy. Like the way he played today, I know he got hurt, dinged up. I don't know if he came back in the game, but dude was flying everywhere and he made tackle after tackle after tackle. I didn't see him miss one. Maybe I missed it, but he looked the part. Like I know he's not the fast dude, but another dude that I thought shined out there. So a few guys on that defense that I could say stepped up. Young guys. I know on the offense side, I don't want to talk about any of those dudes. It was horrible out there. But there was a few nice guys out there. And yeah, Lucas, he led it the way. So anything else?
That's it.
All right, man. Make sure to like this video, comment. Let me know what you guys think about this game. And we'll talk to you next time. Go Niners. Peace.